How's it going, everybody? Would like to highlight all of the new PS4 and PS5 game releases coming up tomorrow that you can check out. Kinda interesting because if you guys watched our video last week, you knew that a lot of games were coming out that week, that we're doing this early access gimmick of pay X amount of dollars for the special or deluxe edition and you can play the game early. Well, now you have the games being officially released. I know some of this is going to be a little bit redundant, but we'll try to get through it pretty quickly. And also on top of that, we've got a major free open beta that I do want to talk about and some other notable titles, so we'll get to all of that. So first of all, we have the big open beta, and that is of course the First Descendant. This is a game that from a technical standpoint, I think a lot of people are impressed by. It is being published by Nexon. And Nexon has published a lot of major titles, and this is their latest one that seems to have a lot of interest. The First Descendant is a third-person looter shooter powered by Unreal Engine 5. Become a Descendant, fight for the survival of humanity. Descendants have unique abilities to tackle both solo and co-op missions up to 4 players. Use varied mechanics to defeat giant bosses. Be the First Descendant throughout. The game's got a roster of characters that all have variety in terms of their abilities and whatnot. You play as a variety of different characters with distinctive concepts and battle styles. They do note that they plan to add various customizable elements such as skins for each character to support character decoration, and you guys know what that means. Exciting battles and dynamic action using various skills and firearms. Experience the First Descendants' exciting battles composed of various characters with unique skill sets, free movements and chain attacks through grappling hooks, colorful firearms, and additional effects. With these, the player can create any battle style they desire. Battle with huge monsters through cooperative play. You can target huge boss monsters with different appearances and abilities through 4-player co-op play. The various difficulties will stimulate your competitive spirit, and you can destroy or extract various parts of huge bosses through 4-player cooperative play. By targeting the huge bosses' gimmicks, you will be able to experience a more compact team play and motivating player and growth. You can equip a character with 3 guns, 4 secondary accessories, and various sub-weapons. Of course, there will also be items to enhance a character or their firearm stats, or add a new ability altogether. The First Descendants cross-play open beta, totally free beta, and the game ultimately will be free as well. That beta will be kicking off tomorrow, so go check that out. I know there's been a lot of interest in this game. Make sure to get a couple of friends to jump in on it as well, and you guys can all play together since co-op is a big aspect of this game. Moving on from that, let's go over some official releases of games that are happening that were in early access over the week. Lies of P. This is a game that's getting much better reviews than I had expected. Currently sitting at an 83 on Metacritic. Really solid reception. Obviously a darker Souls-like title that seems to get the mechanics right, and I think for most people, they were very much captivated by the ambiance, the setting. The uniqueness of the game is definitely an element that a lot of people gravitated towards. Currently, the PlayStation 5 version is sitting at an 81, PC version at an 82, and Xbox version at an 84. So low to mid 80s for a game like this, I think that's really, really good, especially because I always feel like, you know, kind of a new IP, a game being done by a new studio, they're always like kind of graded on a bit of a negative curve, if that makes sense. Like, if this was a big budget IP getting a new game, I feel like it would be reviewed better. I just feel like that sometimes happens, so whenever I see an 80 for a new IP, I think that's a very, very impressive score. If you want to lean on Metacritic, you know, sometimes it is best to just come to your own conclusion, but there is a demo available for Lies of P as well. Wasn't a big fan of them doing the early access gimmick for a game like this. Like, come on, man. New IP, done by a studio that isn't that well known, and I understand it's not a developer decision, it's more of a publisher decision, so it's probably out of the developer's hand, and, you know, it is what it is. At least the game turned out well, and it will officially be out tomorrow. Next up, we have Gloomhaven, which has been available on PC for a little bit, but now it is coming to PlayStation 5. Lead your band of mercenaries in the land of Gloomhaven, work with unsavory individuals, shape the fate of the region, fight your way through horrific places, and get rich or die trying in this ruthless tactical RPG. Very positive reception on this one, north of 11,000 reviews, 86% of those reviews have been positive, and 82 on Metacritic as well, so hey, really, really great reception on this one. It will be out on PS4 and PS5, and if you're into tactics RPGs, one to definitely have on your radar. Has a bit of the card game mechanic going on for it as well, and it was released at $34.99 on PC. Would imagine a similar price point on consoles. Next up, another game that is doing the early access shtick, Payday 3. Payday 3 is the much anticipated sequel to one of the most popular co-op shooters ever. Since its release, Payday players have been reveling in the thrill of perfectly planned and executed heists. That's what makes Payday a high-octane co-op FPS experience without an equal. The base game is $40, and that'll be out on September the 21st. The Silver Edition is $70, and that's what kicks off you getting the early access. And then Payday 3 Gold Edition is $90. So obviously, there will be content that comes out for the game after the release of the title, so if you buy the Silver Edition, you get 6 months of Season Pass. That's 2 heists, Tailor Packs, and Weapon Packs, and then 1 year Season Pass is included in the Gold Edition. That's 4 heists, Tailor Packs, and Weapon Packs as well. So there you go with that. It is officially out September 21st, but the early access release is kicking off here very shortly. It'll actually be kicking off later today, so you can check that out if you do want to pay the extra. Next up, You Suck at Parking. Yes, a game that is very much indicative of my personal life. You Suck at Parking is the only racing game where your goal is to stop, and parking your ride is more important than your driving skill. It's a hot race against the clock as you drift, cruise, and go airborne over 250 frustratingly fun wild levels. The game has been out on PC since late 2022, a little over a year. 87% positive reception, very positive at that, and now it hits PS4 and PS5 tomorrow. And lastly, we have Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. Now, this is a spin-off tier Legend titles, a fateful encounter with the fairy Noi sets Nayuta and his friends on a path to explore beyond the borders of their island in order to stop a dark plot. The game is finally making the transition to PS4 and PS5, and it will be out tomorrow. So that is going to do it for me. Again, a slew of new releases. I think the First Descendants open beta is definitely going to be something that a lot of people have their eyes on, your first opportunity to play that on consoles, but along with the official releases of MK1, Lies of P, and a couple of other smaller titles rounding things out, a decent day for new game releases. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.